Hello there, everyone. Hey, it's day number 4 in the online crew video challenge with Helen Martin. And today, wow, I get to share a personal story that had a big impact on me or on my life. So, wherever you're joining me from, let me know. Drop it in the comments so I can come back and give you a shout out. Either you're going to be joining me live or you're going to be watching the replay. 'Cause this is going to be a little challenging one, but I'm gonna deliver anyway because this is my story. Who knows that when you're ready to tell your story, it's kind of really either you get emotional because sometimes you got to get vulnerable, or it's just the hardest thing. It's easy to tell somebody else's story. It's very difficult to tell your story. Hey, and so tonight I'm gonna share my story and how my personal story and the impact it had on me and my life. So, for those of you who have not met me before, my name is Yvette Garel, and I am here as a participant in the Helen Martin Online Crew Video Challenge. It's 10 days, and this is day number 4. And we're going to execute today because it is my story. Who is better to tell my story than me? All right. So, what am I here to do? Primarily, I'm here on this online marketing space as a social media coach to home based business owners, help them to take their business online, teaching them modern social media strategies and tips and sharing tips and providing them with endless tools that are already available to them, but helping them to understand how to use it to maintain their business and to sustain their business for the long haul, because we're here online. The online space is a little different than the regular brick and mortar space. So anyway, so that's why that's what I do online. But I'm here tonight just in the challenge. Most of all, I'm here for the fun. I like to meet with my people, get the interaction, and just want to hear from you. At the end of the this video, drop your comments. How if you learned something new, if you can resonate with something that I talked about, or anything, any comment. It doesn't matter. Like and share. It really doesn't matter because tonight I'm gonna share my story and the impact that it had on me. All right, so about 6, 7 years ago. Yeah, about 7 years ago or 6 years ago. I don't even remember. I can't even count the years, but in the year 2016. So you can do the math, okay? So 6 from 20 is, and then you add the 2, all right? So in that year, all of us were in our regular jobs and we're working and we're doing the things. And sometimes the body is saying something to us and we're not paying attention or we ignore it. So, what was happening to me was that I was having this particular situation where I was having this pain towards my back or hip or waist or somewhere in that area. But you have to go to work, you ignore it, you go to the doctor, they give you something, you come back and you keep ignoring it. It's not really, oh yeah, you feel better sometimes, but you keep going because you got to work. You got to go to that job. You've got to pay the bills. Yes, at the end of the week, you need the money to do the things, right? Kept going. Okay, so my mommy always tell me time will catch up on you, and time did catch up on me because towards the middle of 2016, I time caught up with me, and I had to slow down and said, you know what, I'm gonna take care of this thing because it was getting really, really bad, and it was too many painkillers to carry me through the day. If you know what I'm saying, yes, to calm the muscles down so I could finish the day. And it was getting bad. So my health became very important, much more than what I thought. And so knowing what I know now, if I knew that then, I would have approached things a little differently. But I'm gonna tell you about then, not now. So, you know, proceeded to see my doctor and do all the things and with all the specialists and did all the this and the that. It came down to the point where I wasn't feeling any better. So, you kept shopping around, just like you go shop for clothes, you search around, trying to get this opinion and all of the things and all of the above from people who from your doctor, and you've been talking, you pick up the phone, but you are still in pain. I don't know how many of you like to feel pain. I don't know, but I don't like pain. It's horrible. Who likes pain? So after a while, I decided I'd be like, man, I really got to figure this thing out. So I pulled myself up, pull up my big girl pants, and you said, you know what? I'm going to step out and I'm going to take care of myself. So took some time off and decided I must just, figure this thing out because I cannot continue like this. I got to fix this, got to get some help here. So it was in that time then, after going to the doctor and going to the specialist and going to the doctor, my primary care, and going to the specialist, and they send me here and send me here. I've been like, all right, I got to make a decision. So finally, I went to this particular specialist and he read me all the things and all the things that didn't want to resonate with me. I went back to my primary care, another referral. I want to see somebody else. Went to somebody else and the person laid it all out. And then I had to make a decision. When it comes to make a decision for your own health, yeah, sometimes we said, oh, if it was me, I would have done that. But it's hard, especially when you talk about doing a surgery. Yeah. So, I'm thinking about came home and told my husband and we talked about it. We looked at the pros and the cons and, talked to the family. And then the decision was left up to me, right? I'm the one that's feeling the pain. I'm the one that needs relief. At the same time, you still have to consult with your family because you have a family. If you do, like I did that, but at the end of the day, I had to make that decision. So I made that decision. I made a decision to go along with the surgery because I didn't want to do something that I had to come back and do again, like in the next 6 months, keep going back and forth. No, no, no. I need something that's permanent, that will fix this situation, relieve the pain, get me whole again, so I can go on my merry way and do my business and go to work and do all the things that I love to do. Okay, so fast forward, did the surgery. Successful. But man, I don't wish that on anybody. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I have never had a surgery in my life. This was the first one. And can I say, I hope that is gonna be like the last one? Yeah. First of all, first of all, I didn't recovery was such a painful time for me because I got to tell you that one of my lungs did not wake up with me. Okay. Yes. And so that alone in itself, we had to work on that part. Then, of course, outside of that was the place where I got the cut. It was just horrible. And if you have ever done a surgery, you know how that can be. But let's fast forward because I'm gonna tell you this will take a whole month, a whole week for me to tell you the details of the story. But we don't have that time tonight, so I'm gonna fast forward. So at the end of the surgery and recovery and all that good stuff, it was like my recovery was really, really slow. And I just had to make some decisions then because of course you have a job and they're waiting for you to come back and all of that and all the things and the pressure and the stress and just your body is not aligning with your mind. So after a while you have to get both of them in alignment and make a decision for you. So that's what I did. I made a decision for me, my health and me. My well-being was more important more than anything else. You know what I told my husband? I'm gonna eat grass because that's it. I'm gonna pack the job up. made my call, did all that, tell them that I'm going to take care of me. Yeah, it was a hard decision to make because, you still got your bills to pay, you still got your responsibilities and all of that. But at some point in time, you have to make a decision that benefits your health and well being. Because if you don't have your health, then you don't have anything. Okay. All right. So that's plug that in. That's PSA. All right. Now, moving forward, taking care of me. Okay, but there's some things that's still not addressed. Okay, so you have to face them, you have to deal with them. So that's what I had to deal with. So I'm dealing with them, I'm dealing with myself, I'm dealing with those things and my personal stuff. And so you have to make all the decisions, these decisions coming down the line, and at the same time trying to get well. So what did I do? We made all those decisions, and taking care of myself, which of course that's important too, because self-care, how we leave self-care for the rest, for the last thing. Our self-care, we think about everybody else, and we talk and we take put ourselves last. So then, what did I do? I entered into early retirement. Yes, I did. That was my big decision that I wasn't even ready for. But sometimes my mama always say, I quote my mama all the time. She said, you got to take the bull by its horn, run with it. That's what I did. So I entered into that. I I entered into that. And so you got to be ready for that as well. Mentally unprepared, emotionally unprepared, financially, kind of a sort of a way unprepared, because how we like to get the ducks in a row and the things in a row and we line them up. No, but if you have to make a decision based upon your health and your well-being, then all those things are not going to line up. So I made that decision. So watch this now. That's my story, and it doesn't end right there. But let's talk about the impact in the interest of time. So the impact from that is good as well as bad. Not that I wasn't one bad. I was. Let's talk about the bad. I was ready for retirement, so I had to in that process of healing, and I had to get myself ready for that part of my life. Yeah, it's a lot of things that's wrapped up in all of that. The good part about that was that I was relieved of the pain and the stress and the anxiety and all those things that I was feeling, because now I was feeling better health wise. And so that was good. But we're not gonna have it always good, like always good or always bad. It's gonna be mixed up. It's a mixed bag. Life is made up of everything. All right. So let's the impact. Now let's get a little deeper in the impact. So while that was bad on that side, I wasn't ready and things weren't all in lined up like I wanted them to, like I planned them out and they were all on paper, but the execution didn't happen. The good part about it that I learned how to embrace change. Yep. After a while, you've got to embrace change. You've got to embrace change. For me, my faith and all of that brought me to that point and be like, you know what, Yvette? Just accept it. Accept it. It is what it is. Just accept it and deal with it from that standpoint. Now, that's when you really have to get down there and you have to talk to the master. You got to talk to yourself, you got to talk to your family. And you get to that point of self acceptance. Now, once I got there, then I was able to move to the next dimension. So when I got there, I'd be like, okay, so all right, I feel better now. What am I going to do? I got to do something. Yeah, my brain is still intact. I got a little energy and so on and so forth. So now I feel good. I want to do something. Hence, this is when I entered into network marketing because my friend introduced me to this fantastic idea, that I can do from home and in the comfort of my home and feeling good, that I don't have to be hopping down the road and exert myself because I'm still trying to recover and still try to heal. Yeah, and it was this look felt so good. I was like, man, this is good. Just fell into my lap. Phew. Okay. All right. So dive right in. So passionate about the product. I dived right in and I was like, okay, here I am. How do I proceed? How do I navigate? How do I get this thing working? And information is being fed to you from all over and everybody and all the teams and the admin, everybody. And you be like, okay, all right. So you're doing all the things, you're doing all the things, you're doing all the things. But after a while, you realize that you're not making any stride. I realized I was making any stride. And then here comes the pandemic. When you finally kind of sort of figured it out, something has dropped into your bucket and be like, oops, not so. Halt everything. So, all right, still gotta forge because once you're in a situation and get to that point, you have got to dig deep into that bucket of resilience, into that bucket and knowing that okay, you something got to work here because now you're ready mentally. You're still not gone. You're not, you still got years of work left in you. You want to do something because you're going to do something for your family, take care of the part that you didn't finish towards your retirement, all of that. And so, resilience and just courage had to come into play there. Because when stuff's not working out the way how you want it, and you be like, oh my goodness, tears start to flow. You just sob all day, and you be like, oh my goodness, you talk to yourself down the road, you sing a song, you read a book, you listen to this, you go that, and you're doing all the things, trying to figure out a way, trying to navigate a path. Yeah, because you got to live, right? You got to live. Things got to happen for you. Can't just sit down, throw your hand up in the air. I don't know about you, but I couldn't do that. I had a family that knew that I had it in me to pull out of that hole because I wasn't going to go into that little hole we call the big D. No, very close, but I decided that no, I'm not going in there because it's harder to get out of that than than to get in. So anyway, fast forward, pivoted. So I decided that you know what, I gotta figure this thing out. Yeah, if I'm up in here trying to do this business, network marketing, I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah. And how am I gonna figure it out? I'm gonna ask questions, I'm gonna do research, I'm gonna see what's working, who is doing what, how is it working for them. I'm gonna ask questions. And I did just that. I did just that. And man, that was hard work because sometimes you gotta figure out, is this for real? Is that for real? Is that happening? And then here comes the pandemic. Now you become isolated and all the things. Oh my goodness. But you still got to figure it out. So the impact, was like really bad. Let's just put it in short. It was really just crazy and just kept coming. But the good thing that I didn't see was coming after it. So during the pandemic, who knows that the pandemic did some good things, open up a lot of opportunities, open up a lot of insights, gave you time to think and to pull back the curtain and show up some things showed up that you had no idea. Yes. So the impact, while it was bad, some things were good, more opportunities showed up for me. So let me share some of those with you, some of the good things, the impact, because impact is not always bad. Impact is good as well. You know what? A lot of times we talk about impact, they looked at the negative, but they never look at what's some of the good things. There are lots of good things intertwined in those negative things. And so we just need to be looking out for them. I don't know why it's easier to focus on the negative than on the positive. Why is it so easy to navigate towards negativity than positivity. Got to train the mind. I had to do some self searching and some mind training and some digging up that courage and make sure that I stayed afloat, made sure that I was happy with me, made sure that I could keep smiling all day long. Because even when I was hurting and I was so in distress, I was smiling because I knew that something was about to happen. So, fast forward. And during the pandemic, I did an extension to what I was already doing. So what I did, I took my business to the online space. Okay, so it was already online, but not in a functioning way. So what I did, I looked at the business. I found a business model that I could actually grow that business online a much, much, like in so many ways that I could expand the business. Functionality was important for me. How will it function out there? So, if you know anything about the online space, you know that if you own a part of the .com, your presence is to the world. And so I'd be like, oh, here I am. There's an opportunity for me to pivot, to take my business online, to use systems and automation to grow my business. And I'm still functioning as an entrepreneur in my network marketing space, has just expand the business. And I did just that. That was good. And as a result of that, I have been exposed to so many things about marketing my business, growing my business, recruiting for my business, training in my business, all these things. I mean, I do a mentoring and all of that. It's amazing how sometimes you got to let go of some stuff, of some things for to make room for other things. I had no idea. So my story, and it's a long story, and so if you want to know more about this story, then you can message me because it's a lot of details that's attached to every single portion of the story. But fast forward, so now I'm here amidst the bad the things that I experienced then. Now I'm here, I can take care of all of that. Now I'm still shooting for the stars on this side, and everything is falling in line. All the plans that I had, I can go back to them and be like, oh, yeah, I can line them up now because my dreams are now unfolding. I thought they were dead, but they didn't die. They were still there waiting for me to find a new path to put them back to life. And I'm so happy to share with you tonight just a little snippet of my story. I'm telling you, my friends, it is a phenomenal journey. That one i- um, thing that happened to me has impacted me in so many ways that in the beginning, I thought it was really bad. I thought I was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And all the rest of it, how we do. We sob and we cry and we go in the corner. We withdraw ourselves. We're not talking to anybody. But when I accepted that position or that state that I was in, when I accepted that and decided to myself that, hold up a second, there got to be something else. There got to be something better. There got to be something that is that I can do. When I thought about it and really made a decision for me, pulled my bootstrap up and decided to start to forge the waters and figure something, find something that could align with my passion, my dreams, and the things that I wanted to do, fell right in place. And now I am a proud entrepreneur in the online space, in the business of travel, and I not only in the business, but I do enjoy my passion. And that's just one part of the story. There are other extension to the story. Now, in that other extension where I've learned so many skills beyond my wildest imagination. You talk about copywriting skills. You're talking about learning systems and automation, how to make all these funnels and all the rest of it. So if you want to learn way more than the what I'm telling you here, there's a lot more details in this thing. So you message me, you put it in the comments, you want to learn more, put the word more in the comments, and then I'm gonna drop a link where you can book a 30-minute just chat with me and I'll share more. But for the interest of time, my friends, that's the story. Everybody has a story, and the story has so many different dimensions, and that's why people write books. They can write it out in so many volumes, in so many chapters, and maybe that's coming too. But for right now, this is day number 4 in the Helen Martin Online Video Challenge. And today I get to share my story, just a snippet, and to tell you how it has impacted my life in a major way. And my impact has been tremendous in both ways, but I have embraced the change and I'm so happy. If you look at my face, no stress. I'm happy. I'm enjoying my journey, and I'll drop the link in the comments where you can book your call with me, and I'll answer all your questions, share more details. And so for now, I will leave you. And hello, everybody. Yeah, I know some folks have had some much more extraneous journey than me, some excruciating journey. But um it's left up to the individual to use those challenges and turn them into opportunity. Now I get to leave a legacy for my grandchildren in a major way. So we talk another time. Hopefully I'll have another time where I can share more of this story. But for now, I gotta go. Take care, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. It's gonna be day 5 in the Helen Martin Online Video Challenge. I love to do this challenge because I get to share a little bit more every time of me. So take care, everybody. I'll see you then. Bye bye.